Very well. Thank you.
Any further discussion?
So then the motion stands.
Motion second, we're in discussion.
For clarification, sir, may I repeat the motion, just for my clarification? It was to take no action at this time, to put the item for evaluation of the city manager at a meeting on the 15th,
That is correct.
and to cease all investigations concerning Mrs. Starnes.
Is the 15th an amenable date to council?
Yes.
We had scheduled a meeting for the 22nd. Do you want to move that to the 15th, or you want to hold both meetings?
I would say that the
It
15th.
it has to be
Move
by
it from the
15th.
22nd to the 15th.
Whatever we do on the 15th.
All right.
Could you add to that his permanent employment status will be discussed at that time as well?
Okay. Do you agree with the motion? With the-
Let this young lady's motion.
I would encompass all possible options, permanency, extension, all encompassing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mayor.
Yes, sir.
And that's one of the reasons that I sort of disagree as to the way this agenda was posted. Because when we evaluated a city manager in closed session, once we do put in there that it's an evaluation, a whole array of possibilities can come up with that without putting them indirectly into the agenda.
Right.
That's what an evaluation is. Once we get out of there, it's our choice to bring up whatever discussion, whatever outcome. It's not because we put it in the agenda, we can come out with
Well,
it.
thank you.
That's why I kind of disagree with the agenda.
Okay, well, again, that's my response, that was my agenda item. With that having been said, I mean, any allusion to the valuation being done in closed session, it's at the city manager's option, whether he wants to close or open session, that's it.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure that when we come out of the next week meeting, that we not hold back on making a decision because it was not in the agenda.
Yes, no, that will.
We
will
can
make
make
sure
any
that will
decision
be
we can decide to do,
an issue, yeah.
whether it's there or not.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make one last comment before we close, please, or
Surely.
before we vote. During the course of the day today, I requested the past 4 evaluations of previous city managers. And the first one is dated September 18, 2006. The next one is February 7, 2006, August 2nd, 2005, and May 24, 2005. And they all read exactly the same with what Councilman Cifuentes is saying. Executive session in matters covered by section 551.074 of chapter 551 Texas Government Code, discussion of personnel, evaluation of city manager. With the next item saying possible personnel action on executive session item regarding city manager, which leaves all the options open.
Well,
And I
again-
just wanted to comment on that.
Well, again,
please.
the reason that's not is because this agenda item was not placed on the agenda as an evaluation. It was placed on the agenda trying to get past the issues that we had been discussing.
That was not my understanding, Mr. Mayor, and let me reiterate why.
Excuse me, no, if I might. That was why that agenda was, that item was styled that way. It was not to address the evaluation. Ms. Starnes,
Go ahead, sir, I'm letting you finish.
I mean, I put it on the agenda, and I'm conveying the reasoning to fellow council members, and that's why the agenda item was styled that way.
And I again have to with all due respect, disagree with that, and let me state why very clearly. We had an off-site meeting on Friday.
Yes, sir.
We chose to have that meeting in private to discuss these matters.
Yes, sir.
The reason that we were holding them in private was not to damage this community or cause any problems within this community, because they deserve better.
Yes, sir.
And I was offering to leave to avoid what we have turned into today. At that meeting, never was it discussed that this item would be on the agenda in this way, and I was even told that I could leave that meeting. Why would we have had a private meeting, keeping this information private, if we were going to turn around and place it on the agenda publicly 2 hours later? In addition, the city attorney's office, Mr. Eddie Molares, had trained me from day one, and this city secretary, that every item should be styled in order not to cause a problem with the community and not to create issues with the media. This item was styled to create issues with the media, to leave this issue ambiguous, and to not allow me to continue in a permanent placement.
Yes, sir. Well, again, I appreciate your opinion. Any further discussion?
I'd like just to point out that items are placed on the agenda with your approval.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And executive session items are all checked out with the legal counsel. The basis of putting items on the agenda is to give enough information to the public about what the item is going to be about.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was the way it was placed on the agenda, and that's just my clarification.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion on this motion? Have a motion and second. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. Unanimous. With that, we go to agenda item A.
So moved.
Have a
Second.
motion by Councilmember Cantu, a second by Councilmember